Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone. I hope you're doing phenomenally well, and welcome to the New Muslim Academy and our series Islamic Morals, Manners and Etiquettes. Previously, we discussed the salam, and that it is not just a greeting, but also a supplication and also a message of intent. Now, has Islam taught us other things regarding the salam? Yes, Islam has taught us that there are levels to the greeting. And in particular, 3 levels. The first level is to say, Assalamu alaikum. That's the first level. And the Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, taught us that whoever says Assalamu alaikum, God Almighty will reward them 10 rewards. The second level is to say, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. So you add wa rahmatullah. The Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, said, if you do this, God Almighty will give you 20 rewards. The third level, that's the highest level, is to say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Right? So you add wa barakatuh. The Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, taught us that if you do this, you will get 30 rewards. 30 whole rewards. Imagine, you're just greeting one another and your paradise is becoming more beautiful, because you are gaining rewards, and every time we gain rewards, our paradise grows and develops and becomes even more renovated and even more amazing. Alright, so let's break this down. If we say Assalamu alaikum, what are we saying? We're saying, may God Almighty's safety be upon you. And we discussed this in previous episodes. But if you add wa rahmatullah, now you're saying, may God Almighty's safety and mercy be upon you all. Now, if you say it in full and you say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, you in effect will be saying, may God Almighty's safety be upon you, and may His mercy be upon you, and may His blessings be upon you. So you've not just made one supplication, but in the second example, you've made 2 supplications. And in the third example, you've made 3 supplications. So one supplication gets you 10 rewards, 2 supplications, 20, and 3 supplications gets you 30. Now remember, in the previous episode, we said that greeting someone is recommended. But once you do, they have to respond. And accordingly, Islam says that when someone greets you, then the response has to be equal to the greeting received or better. Wow. So remember, the wisdom is to create unity and to be benevolent to one another, to honor each other. And this only helps us become closer, and it strengthens the bonds, and it blocks the door to the devil from breeding resentment in our hearts towards each other. So what does this mean? This means that if I see someone, it's recommended for me to say Assalamu alaikum. And if I do, then in the least, they have to, it's obligatory, like we discussed previously, they have to respond by saying wa alaykum assalam. But if I greet them and I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, right? So I added a supplication to the supplication. Now it becomes obligatory upon them to respond because I greeted them, and the response has to be at least equal to the greeting I gave them. So if I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, then the minimum response should be wa alaykum assalam wa rahmatullah. It's not enough just to say wa alaykum salam. Wow, look how Islam nurtures us to be people of benevolence and how to honor each other. If I meet someone and I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, which is the Islamic greeting in full, now the minimum response has to be in full as well. The responder has to respond, and they have to respond equal to the greeting received. So they have to say wa alaykum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. They cannot just say wa alaykum assalam or wa alaykum assalam wa rahmatullah. So if I give you 3 supplications, the minimum is for you to give me back 3 supplications. If I give you 1 supplication, the minimum is for you to give me 1 supplication. And if you want 2, and if you want 3. And that's how it works. How beautiful is Islam, an entire way of life. I love you all for the sake of Allah. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.